Welcome to the online session of Class 7, Chapter 4, Heat and Temperature. In this session, we will read about the heat, temperature, measurement of temperature, what is thermometer, choice of thermometric liquid, types of thermometer, how to read thermometer, precautions while reading a thermometer, and relation between Celsius and Fahrenheit scales. First, we will discuss the definition of heat. Heat is a form of energy. It is the cause of temperature. It does not determine the direction of flow. It is measured in joule or calorie. Now we will move to the definition of temperature. The degree of hotness and coldness of a body is called temperature. It is the effect of heat. It determines the direction of flow of heat. It always flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. It is measured in degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. Now we will move to the measurement of temperature. Measurement of temperature is very important in our daily life. Our sense of touch is not a reliable guide to the degree of hotness and coldness of an object. By touching only, we cannot get the temperature of an object. The device that measures temperature of an object is known as thermometer. Now, what is thermometer? Thermo refers to heat in Latin and meters refers to a measuring device. A thermometer works on the principle that substances expand when heated and contract on cooling. Now we will study the types of thermometer. There are different types of thermometers like clinical thermometer, laboratory thermometer, digital thermometer, and minimum and maximum thermometer. Different types of thermometers are used for different purposes. The maximum and minimum temperatures of the previous day reported in weather reports are measured by a thermometer called the maximum and minimum thermometer. Now we will study about the choice of thermometric liquid. Many liquids are used in the thermometer, but the mercury is preferred to other liquids because of the following reasons. Mercury is the only metal found in the liquid state. It is good conductor of heat. It is shiny, silvery, white liquid which can be seen very easily. It does not stick to the wall of the thermometer. It has a uniform contraction and expansion. It has a low freezing point around minus 39 degrees Celsius and high boiling point 357 degrees Celsius. Hence, it can be used to measure a wide range of temperature. It can easily be obtained in pure form. Clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer is also known as doctor's thermometer because whenever we go to a clinic, the doctor always measure the temperature with the clinical thermometer. Most of the clinical thermometer show both the scales, Celsius and Fahrenheit. The temperature range of clinical thermometer is usually between 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. There is a permanent mark on the stem at 37 degrees Celsius, which is a normal human body temperature. This is the diagram of clinical thermometer where you can see normal body temperature at 37 degrees Celsius and the kink found just below the bulb. Clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at one end and the other end is closed. There is a capillary tube inside the thermometer. This bulb contains mercury. Outside the bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. In the diagram, you can see that there is a kink in the thermometer, and this kink or constriction found in the glass tube just above the mercury from the bulb. This kink prevents backflow of mercury from the tube to the bulb, thus allowing us to read the temperature conveniently. If the thermometer is to be used again, we give it a jerk to bring back the mercury in the bulb. Let us learn how to read a thermometer. First, note the temperature difference indicated between the two bigger marks. Then note down the number of divisions between these marks. In this figure, you can see the two bigger marks and 5 divisions in between them. One small division can read 1 by 5 equal to 0.2 degrees Celsius. Hold the thermometer firmly and give it jerks. The jerks will bring down the level of mercury. Now place the bulb of the thermometer under the tongue of a patient. After 1 minute, take the thermometer out and note the reading. Now we will move to the precautions while reading a thermometer. Thermometer should be washed before and after the use with antiseptic solution so the germs cannot pass from one person to other. It cannot be washed with boiling water because if you place it in a hot water, the expansion of mercury will break the thermometer because the range of clinical thermometer is only 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. If the temperature is more than 42 degrees Celsius, the mercury do not get space to expand and break the thermometer. Ensure that before use the mercury level is below 37 degrees Celsius. Read the thermometer keeping the level of mercury along the line of sight, which means that you have to keep the thermometer just in front of your eye. Handle the thermometer with care. Do not hold the thermometer with bulb. It might change the reading. Maybe your hands are hot and which can change the reading of the thermometer. Now we will move to the laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer is used to measure temperatures or temperature changes with a high degree of precision. It is bigger than clinical thermometer and it has a hook at the close end so that we can hang it. The range of laboratory thermometer is from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. It cannot be used to measure body temperature because it does not have a kink, which prevent the mercury level falling on its own. Digital thermometer. Digital thermometer is also used to measure the temperature of human body, and it is used because the mercury in the thermometer is a toxic substance and it becomes difficult to dispose it when a thermometer breaks. These days we use digital thermometers which does not contain mercury. It has a plastic body which is easy to use. It consists of a transmitter which is used to sense the temperature. A small device present in this thermometer that measures the current passing through the thermistor and sends the information to the liquid crystal display where the temperature is displayed in numerical value. In this figure, you can see liquid crystal display easily where the normal human body temperature is displaying. Before telling you what is the relation between Celsius and Fahrenheit, I like to discuss about the Fahrenheit and Celsius scale. In Fahrenheit scale was developed by Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit in 1724. The lower fixed point of Fahrenheit is 32 degree and upper fixed point is 212 degree Fahrenheit. The difference between the lower fixed point and upper fixed point is of 180 equal parts. Celsius scale was developed by Andreas Celsius in 1742. The lower fixed point is taken 0 degree Celsius and upper fixed point is 100 degree Celsius. The difference between the lower and upper fixed point is 100 equal parts. Now let us learn about the relationship between Celsius and Fahrenheit scale. C minus 0 upon 100 is equal to the F minus 32 upon 180, where 0 is the lowest fixed point of Celsius and 32 is the lowest fixed point of Fahrenheit scale. And the difference between lower and upper fixed point in Celsius is 100 degree, while in Fahrenheit it is 180 degree. Or we can say that C upon 5 is equal to F minus 32 upon 9. We get this equation by dividing 100 and 180 by 20. Children, we have learned the formula to convert degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit. Now we will take an example of normal human body temperature, which is 37 degrees Celsius, and convert it into degree Fahrenheit by the formula C upon 5 is equal to F minus 32 upon 9. We place 37 in place of Celsius. Then it becomes 37 upon 5 is equal to F minus 32 upon 9. By cross multiply, it will be 37 into 9 is equal to 5 into F minus 32. Or we can say 333 is equal to 5F minus 160. It becomes 333 plus 160 is equal to 5F, or 493 is equal to 5F. F is equal to 493 upon 5. It becomes 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Let us learn to convert degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. We will take 32 degree Fahrenheit And by the formula, C upon 5 is equal to F minus 32 upon 9. We will put 32 in place of Fahrenheit and get C upon 5 is equal to 32 minus 32 upon 9. Or we can say C upon 5 is equal to 0 upon 9. By cross multiply, we get C into 9 is equal to 5 into 0. 9C is equal to 0, or C is equal to 0 upon 9, which is equal to the 0 degree Celsius. This video is quite helpful for you to learn about the heat and temperature. Thank you for watching this video.